Welcome to session 6. So today we will see in session 6, that is module 1 of session 6 microcontroller subject. And the previous 5 modules we have seen what is microcontroller. So basically it's an IC, so the which will do the functioning. So according to the whatever program we will write onto the it and download into the IC, and which that IC will be used in most of the embedded applications. Okay, so now after knowing what is microcontroller, and then we have seen architecture of microcontrollers. Okay, microcontroller in that which consists of the CPU architecture and register, memory size, and structure of RAM. Okay, how it is segregated the different locations. And after that we have seen what are the pinouts. Okay, so once we know the internal architecture of microcontroller, afterwards we have seen the pinouts, the 40 pin IC. Okay, each pin, what is the function of that, all those things. So after seeing all these things, then in the previous session we have also seen, so each pin how we can configure, whether how we can configure as input and output, and also how to write to the port, how to write to the particular pin 1 and 0, and how to read the particular value. Okay, so how to read the values, what is the hardware structure of that. Okay, so after seeing all these things, so we'll move on to the last session of the first module, that is the memory interfacing. Okay, memory interfacing with the microcontroller. So we have two memories, one as the ROM interfacing and one more is the RAM interfacing. So when this interfacing is required, okay, so although we know that the microcontroller has the internal memory, that is 128 bytes of RAM and also 4K the ROM size. Okay, so with these things, so still we need a external memory interfacing. So why it is required is, so if you take any real-time applications, so there is a lot of data we need to be processed. Okay, so because of that uh, there is a reason. Okay, it's a, we must go for the external memory interfacing. Okay, for that the microcontroller is having the 16 address lines. Okay, so A0 to A7 in the port 0 and A8 to A15 in the port 2. Okay, so totally there are 16 address lines. So 16 address lines means up to 64K memory we can interface. Okay, so these all things we will see. So as I said, so here the first we'll see about ROM, either it is ROM or RAM. So basically it is memory. Okay, so here this is the microcontroller and this is a ROM here. Okay, so what are the signals or what are the interfaces we are using? Okay, so basically we will use address bus, data bus, and control bus. Sorry, control bus. There are three basic buses we will use. Okay, address bus, data bus, and the control bus. Okay, so how it will be used is, first the address is required. Why address is required? So basically memory means it is a collection of registers. Okay, the collection of registers, it may be just 8 locations or 64K locations and 4K locations, whatever it is. Okay, if there is a 64K, then addresses from 0 to 65,000 65,535 locations will be there. Okay, for that we need to have the address, means address is also, it is vary from 0 to 65,535. If you specify in the hex, means it's a 16-bit hex we need to specify from 000 16-bit, it's a hexadecimal 16 h2 02 f f f f. Okay, f h. Okay, up to these many addresses will be there. So these addresses will be come from 8 addresses will come from port 0 and rest of the address lines will come from the port 2. Okay, so as we know, the port 0, okay, it is multiplexed AD0 to AD7, AD0 to AD7. So we call as multiplexed. Both the address bus and data bus are multiplexed. So to differentiate that, we are using the ALE signal, address latch enable. So whenever the whatever the microcontroller will put, for example, microcontroller is putting as 1 2 3 4 H value. Okay, suppose we want to use this as address, Okay, if you want to use as address, then we need to send, means microcontroller will send ALE signal as high. During that time it will place the value, then it will generate this one. So during this ALE value, so this value will be act as a address, and it will be latched in the this latch. It will be latched and given to the prom. Okay, so this will act as a address bus, that is A0 to A7. Okay, rest the port 2 is directly we can use as address bus, it is not multiplexed. So directly the address line A8 to 815, A8 to A15, it will be used from that. Okay, so like this, initially the microcontroller or microprocessor will send the address. Okay, and it will be latched using the ALE signal. Okay, and here higher address will come. Okay, so once the address is placed, and this is latch, after latching, then afterwards, and this is EA is permanently connected to ground here. So EA means external access. So whenever we need to communicate with external peripheral, for example memory, okay, so it will be grounded here. Okay, so when it is externally interfaced, and then PSEN. So PSEN is a signal, that is program store enable. So whenever the microprocessor will read data from the ROM, once it read, okay, 8 bits, so 8-bit data bus is there. So once it reads the 8 bit or 1 byte, after that this particular signal will go low. Okay, so whenever it comes the pulse generated as low, then it understood that the microcontroller is read the value, and so it is next ready for the next read, or next yeah, ready for next read. Okay, this is for read they will use. Okay, whenever it reads, so it will be generated such that microcontroller is read properly. Okay, that is one of the, we can call as acknowledge signal. Okay, so this is how the interface with the ROM. So what is basically needed? Address bus, data bus, and control bus. Here address bus is these two, and data bus is multiplexed here, and control bus is nothing but ALE and PSEN. Okay, anyway EA is also control signal, but it is grounded dedicatedly. Okay, so now how many address lines are required? Okay, so basically, so it is a standard, so we need to remember for uh, 1k memory. Okay, for 1k bytes we need 10 lines. Okay, means 2 raised to 10 equal to 1k memory. So 1k means it is exactly 1024 locations. Okay, if it is 2 raised to 11, then it will be 2k. Similarly, 2 raised to 12 is 4k, and 13 means 8k, 14 lines means 16k, and 15 means 32k, and 16 lines means 64k. So because of that, A0 to A7 and A15 totally 16 address lines, so it is capable of interfacing with the 64k. Okay, so whenever we want to design or interface micro means interface the microcontroller or any other peripheral or memory. For example, now if you take a memory, then first we need to calculate how many address lines are required based on the size of the memory, based on the size. Then afterwards, anyway data bus it will be connected, and these signals are fixed, ALE and this latch. Okay, so this is with respect to ROM interfacing. So if you come to the RAM interfacing, the similarly here, okay, the RAM interfacing here, the same data bus is connected here. Okay, and ALE signal again it is latched and given the address values, and here the P2 instead of bus, okay, instead of like bus they are shown here the different lines. So it is a P2 address lines. Okay, so P2 address lines, and here AD0 to AD0 to AD7. Okay, and here yeah, one more thing, one more thing here with respect to ROM I forgot. So only the reading will be there. ROM means it is read only memory. Okay, so only reading will be there. So because of that, only psn will be used, no write will be there. Okay, so write in the sense, initially when it is downloaded very first time, so what are the programs or yeah instructions, whatever programs are needed, it will be downloaded only one time. So afterwards only read it will be there. So that will be, this is downloaded through the tool. After that, once it is downloaded, code is there, then it will be interfaced with the microcontroller. ROM means read only memory. So once the microcontroller reads, so it is ready for the next read, so it is indicated by the psn. Okay, so if you come to the RAM, so what is the difference here? Address bus is same. Okay, address bus is same, and here what is this, AL is same. Okay, AL is same, and here the major difference is the read and write signals are connected here. This is read signal and this is write signal, because RAM means random access memory, both it will be read and write will be there. So because of that, instead of psn, so read and write signal will be connected. You can see here the read and write signal, it is connected to OE, means it is output enable, that is nothing but read signal, and here write enable. Okay, and one more thing, yeah, here the address lines whatever we are talking about, suppose if it is less than only 8 what is that, it is less than 8 signal, 8 address lines, only this bus is enough. Okay, p0 is enough. If you are interfacing with more than 8 bits, more than 8 bits in the sense, so more than 256 bytes, if you need more than 256 bytes, then we need to use the p2. Okay, so that is a interface here. So actually external, so here they have given as VCC, but it is not with respect to the RAM or ROM. So EA is nothing but external access. If you want to use external access, it must be connected to ground only. It is active low, it must be connected to ground whenever we are connecting with the external access. Okay, EA means external access. So here, okay, and here, so these address lines are used, and here these address lines. Okay, here also they have not specified any size of the RAM. Okay, based on the size of the RAM we need to use the address lines. Rest all are is same only thing compared to ROM and RAM, so there is a change is control signal read and write we need to connect with the RAM instead of psn. Okay, all the AL is same, address lines, data lines are same here. Okay, so next after this, so just we will see both RAM and ROM in the one diagram, how it looks like. Okay, okay, this okay, this one we need to keep in mind that, so this must be 0 here, it is wrong here. Okay, this must be connected to ground. Okay, there is a small correction here. So now, yeah, so here the RAM, and here we can see the size here, sorry, we can see the sizes. So both RAM, okay, both RAM is connected of different sizes here interfaced. One is 16K, one more is 32K. Okay, first go on to the 16K. So 16K byte RAM. So how many address lines are required? So how many address lines are required? As I told, for 10, so 10 address lines are required for 1K, 11 2K, 12 4K, 13 8K, and 14 16K. So 14 means is total 14 lines if you take from 0 to 13. Okay, if you come here, you can see here, okay, 13 lines. Okay, that is A0, actually it will start from A0 to A13. So totally 14 lines are required. So 14 lines are connected here. Okay, so first A0 to AD0 to A7, that is A0 to A7 is through the ALE signal it is latched, and A0 to A7 is given to the RAM like earlier, same. And one more is data bus is as usual, it is connected here. Okay, so data bus is connected here, that is only 8 bit. This is data bus. Okay, and this is address bus. Okay, each memory, okay, whatever memory if you take, there is separate address bus separate data bus bidirectional, okay, and control lines will be there. Okay, similarly here address bus of 8 lines, and here address 8 lines. This is latched through the after latching through the ALE signal and address bus. Okay, address bus, these 8 plus how many are required for 16k? We need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, the 5 lines. So 5 lines are connected here, A8 to A13. Okay, so these address lines, these 8 address lines together 14 lines, and here data bus, and also read and write. As I told, the read and write is connected here. Okay, so this is interface of 16k RAM, okay, with 8051. Okay, with 8051, as we need 14 address lines, 8 is here, 5 is here, okay, sorry, 6 is here, A8 to A13, and data bus is here. Okay, similarly if we need 32k, so what may be the changes here? The same, instead of this we are using this memory here. Okay, the same latched address lines are coming here, and data bus is connected here. Okay, and anyway read write is required, it is missing here. That read write we need to connect, sorry, yeah, here. Okay, read write, why it is not connected here? It is not RAM here, it is PCN they have used. You can see here PCN. Okay, it must be ROM, it must be ROM here, because PCN is here, because already RAM they have interfaced. So 32k of this is ROM, so this is wrong here. Okay, so this is ROM. Okay, so this ROM, because of ROM they have used the PCN. Okay, they have used PCN here. Okay, this PCN they have used how many address lines? So total 15 address lines are required for 32. For 64k 16, but for 32 15. So already 14 are here, so one A14 is connected here. Okay, so this is how the interfacing of RAM, and this is interfacing of ROM of 32k. Okay, where PCN is as used as control signal. For RAM, read and write are uh, given here. Okay, so this is the diagram of this is the way of interfacing, and also we must know that this is EA should be grounded in both the cases. Okay, whenever external peripheral is exist. Okay, so whenever external memory we are using, so EA must be grounded here. Okay, so this is the way how to interface the microcontroller with the external memories. Okay, in the exam the size may be different. Okay, either they may ask as okay, maybe just 1 MB. Okay, 1 MB memory, okay, just 16 byte, but 1 megabyte, so 10 raised to 6. Okay, 1 megabyte, 2 megabyte, or maybe 64k, okay, or 128k, or they may ask only for 512 bytes, 512 bytes interface. Okay, so what are the changes we need to remember is, first we need to concentrate on the size, memory size. What is the memory size? We need to calculate address line. Okay, so after that we need to see whether is it RAM or ROM. Okay, what changes will come? So control signals, if it is RAM, read and write. If it is ROM, it is PCN. Okay, so that we need to see. So after that, anyway, this data bus connection and address latching and these things is a common for either it is RAM or ROM. Okay, so this shows how to interface the microcontroller with the external memories. Okay, so overall the first module, the content. Okay, the first module content is the introduction to microcontroller. So what is microcontroller, and inside the what is microcontroller consist of, architecture of that, and memory architecture, basically the RAM architecture. After that, what is the pin, IO pins of the microcontroller. Okay, then how the IO pin can be configured as input and output, and how to read one particular bit, and how to write the particular bit to the pin. Okay, then also we have seen the different architectures like CISC and RISC, and Van Neumann and Harvard architectures. Okay, and after this, the last topic, the memory interfacing, external memory interfacing with the 8051. Okay, so all these things we have covered in the first module. Okay, and I have referred, this is Mazdi, this whatever prescribed textbook, and also I have referred Kenneth Tyler. Okay, and also one of the tutorial, the soft copy, and that is 8051 tutorial. Okay, and also in most of the whatever images what I have taken, okay, I have used the internet sources. Okay, so from that I have taken many images, so I thank to them and I greatly acknowledge whatever the sources I have referred through the internet. Okay, so thank you.